Hey guys, it's Hunter. Welcome back to another video. Over the last year, I've become a pretty big fan of Agile. My AL3200 MCC is one of the most impressive guitars I tried in 2018. The materials, the build quality, the hardware components. For $500, you'd be hard-pressed to find any guitar comparable in terms of bang for buck. At the tail end of last year, Agile launched their new Custom Work series, basically taking the same resources normally reserved to their custom shop and creating premium quality limited production runs. This Septor Premium 72526 is one of the new models available. It looks amazing, but does it justify the $1,400 price tag? Let's take a closer look. So the way that Agile's custom shop works is, well, how you'd expect a custom shop to work. You spec the guitar, choose the woods, the electronics, then there's a waiting period while the guitar is built and shipped to the customer. So with the new Custom Works models, you get the same quality and craftsmanship, but these are instantly available for purchase. So for the first Custom Works lineup, we've got 6 guitars and 4 basses. This is one of them, the Septor Premium 72526 in Ocean Burst. Not the sexiest name on the planet, but it works. For specs, we've got a 2-piece Swamp Ash body with a 5mm maple top, a 1-piece roasted bolt-on maple neck, and an ebony fingerboard with 24 stainless steel fan frets. It looks absolutely phenomenal in the Ocean Burst finish, though weirdly it's not the same shade as my AL3200 MCC, also in Ocean Burst. It's a deeper blue, and that's not a bad thing. It still looks great, especially with the matching Ocean Burst headstock. I went with the quilted maple top, but the same guitar is also being offered with a flame maple top, if that's more to your liking. I do wish though that the headstock had a quilted maple veneer instead of flamed. It works, but personally I prefer finishes to be uniform rather than mixing and matching. As for weight, the body is actually quite light and well balanced, so I don't see myself running into any problems if I were to play standing up with this thing for a long set. For hardware, Agile's gone with Hipshot. The hardtail bridge has individual saddles and feels rock solid as you'd expect from Hipshot. The open gear tuners feel great as well. For a guitar priced above $1,000, I generally expect locking tuners for the convenience, but the non-locking variants arguably look even better than the grip locks, and overall they didn't cause me any problems. The Custom Works models also come with additional upgrades over the standard models, such as luminlays. These are special side dots that glow in the dark, allowing you to find your way around the fretboard even on a dark stage, or in a really dark studio, I guess. The neck is made of maple, but it's been thermally treated. The thermal process gives it better resistance to atmospheric changes like temperature or humidity, making it an excellent touring companion, or even at home, or in the studio. I can't imagine any scenario where less neck stability would be considered advantageous. And to keep it safe, Agile includes a hardshell case with all the Custom Works models. It's a standard rectangular case, nothing flashy, not even a logo, but it gets the job done, and you'll never find me complaining about companies including hard cases with their guitars. Another Custom Works feature is that the frets are made of stainless steel. They're harder and smoother than the nickel frets found on most guitars. Not only do they last longer, they also make bends virtually effortless. It also helps that the fretwork is incredibly good, not that I'd expect anything less. The fretwork on my $500 AL3200 MCC is great, and this is almost 3 times the price. Everything's level, everything's polished, no sharp ends, no dead spots. I'm not fighting with anything on this guitar when I pick it up to play it. This 72526 features a 25.5-inch scale length on the high E and a 26.5-inch scale length on the low B, or A in my case. The longer scale length on the lower strings keeps string tension nice and tight, while the normal scale length on the higher strings makes them feel like a normal guitar for leads. Personally, as a predominantly non-baritone 6-string player, a multi-scale 7-string is so much more comfortable to play than one with only a single long scale length. A problem you can sometimes run into though on guitars like this is that the delta between the 2 scales can be massive, which makes the fan too aggressive, and that can make chording incredibly difficult. In that regard, Agile's done a great job here, where you can get all the benefits of the multi-scale, but it doesn't feel strange or difficult to play compared to a guitar with a uniform scale length. Now, a thing that annoys me about a lot of extended range guitars is that they're built purely with technical shredders in mind. The necks can be incredibly thin. The C-profile neck on this Agile, on the other hand, is very comfortable, even for riff players such as myself. It's a nice medium C shape, and combined with the satin finish makes this 72526 one of the most comfortable 7-strings I've played so far. Onto sound, this Agile comes with 2 EMG pickups. The spec sheet lists them as 808 humbuckers, but due to the size difference, it looks that while there's an 808 in the bridge, it's more likely a 7-string pickup in the neck. Anyways, here's what they sound like through my Peavey 6505 Plus. No real surprises here, it sounds like EMG pickups into a 6505. If you've played EMGs, you know what you're getting, and that's not a bad thing if you're into active pickups. Tight, articulate, perfect for low-tuned metal, they're consistent. So I wasn't quite sure what to expect when Agile asked me to check this one out. The most expensive Agile I tried up to this point had been the $499 AL3200 MCC, and that was incredible bang for buck. In fact, it was my pick for best value in 2018. This custom works model has a price tag of $1,400, so the value proposition is different here. It's not an impulse buy guitar, but honestly, it is one of the best feeling and playing import models out of South Korea I've tried so far, and that is a pretty high bar. With all the premium appointments like hipshot hardware, EMG pickups, stainless steel frets, a thermally treated neck, and a gorgeous ocean burst quilt top, it's not only one of the best spec guitars in the price range, but also one of the most inspiring to play. I'm not a huge 7-string guy, 6 strings is much more my cup of tea, but man, this thing was fun. It's definitely a little pricier than the guitars I normally feature, but you're also getting the best of what the Agile custom shop has to offer in terms of build quality, materials, and components without the weight associated with speccing out your own. It's not just your standard Agile with expensive parts thrown in. This is a premium level guitar. That being said, the custom works models are being offered in very limited runs, and once they're gone, they're gone. So I'll leave a link below to the website so you can check out what's available now. For this first production run, there's also a 7-string with Fishman Fluence humbuckers and LED fingerboard markers, so be on the lookout for a demo of that soon. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button. These are of course just my opinions and I'd love to hear yours, so leave them in the comments and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. You can also hit the little bell for notifications, otherwise YouTube might not let you know when I upload a new video. If you want to support what I do with the honest reviews or get MP3s and tabs for all the demo tracks, you can check out my Patreon. Links to all the gear used and social media are down below. As always, thanks so much for watching, you've been awesome, and I'll see you for the next video.